Peace and blessings. It's Tuesday, October the 23rd, the year 2018, and I got a couple of JPay emails from Christopher James Moltz. When he was about 19 years old, he got put in prison and arrested, and he's currently serving life without parole. And of course, you're going to say, what terrible crime did this man do to get life without parole? Did he murder somebody? Is he a serial killer? Did he rape somebody? Is he a child molester? What does somebody do in America to get life without parole in America's criminal justice system? Well, you can listen to the story of Christopher James Moltz, and when he was 19 years old, he had a conversation about a robbery. He did not go with the people who committed the robbery. The people that committed the robbery, while they were robbing the house, they pulled a gun and someone died. That's a terrible thing. But you know what? Christopher James Moltz was not with them. He did not go with them. He was not there. He did not force anybody to kill anybody, and he'd never intended anybody to die. He wasn't even there, for goodness sake. And so when he tells me his story, I believe that he is unjustly incarcerated. I think life without parole is a terrible sentence. Now, Christopher James Moltz does not claim innocence. He participated in a discussion about the robbery. He admits to that. But he did not go, and he did not even participate in the robbery, and he certainly did not kill anybody. Somebody else pulled the trigger and made the decision to kill somebody, but Christopher wasn't even there. And so you can hear Christopher James Moltz tell his story, but this man will die in prison unless a miracle happens and something changes in our satanic criminal justice system and prison system, and this man can be reunited with his family. So let's go to, also I wanted to say, we have on list of other prisoners on yearofjubilee.com, you've got his mailing address, which is right there. And there's an electronic drop box. So everyone, if you want to hear any letters, or if you want to see what he's written to me, or any information that's shared with me from Christopher, I always scan it and I put it in his drop box. And if you want to go to his drop box, you can click on this link and it'll bring up all the files that we've placed in his drop box. So all of these articles, all of these letters to new prisoners, if we make any, all my videos on YouTube, but we put some of the videos here. So just be aware of how to write to him and how to look at his Dropbox. So I got a couple of JPay emails from Christopher. Let's go ahead and read them. Hello, Rudy. How are you and your wife? I hope all is well. I'm doing more of the same thing I've been doing, working and staying out of trouble. I'm just writing to see how things are going with the webpage you put together for me. Are people still discussing the issues about my case? I guess that's what I need, huh? I do believe that's true. And a lot of these prisoners, I know they're very anxious to want to know about feedback. Usually their lawyers are going to immediately tell them to stop talking to me. That's their decision. I will say I was speaking to a guy on death row. His name was Thomas Lane. And his lawyer told him to stop talking at me. At least that's what I believe. And Thomas Lane did stop talking to me. And we took down all the videos because Thomas Lane was told that it's not doing him any good. And he was always asking, are people paying attention? But the thing that I tell prisoners is that this is a marathon, not a sprint, right? Things aren't going to change overnight. But if people see that you're advocating for your innocence year after year, and I hope something does change very soon. Our God is a mighty God, and he can work a miracle, and our God could get Christopher out of that jail tonight. But I'm just saying, be prepared for whatever. And, I just think it's good for people to become aware that there are real human beings that have been unjustly incarcerated and they're suffering and they need to be with their families. And I think it's a good thing that Christopher is sharing his story publicly. Now, I guarantee you, if Christopher gets a legal attorney, his legal attorney is going to tell Christopher not to talk to me or anybody else. But everyone talking about my case is bringing attention, so maybe someone who can free me is looking or listening right now. I really don't know what else to do. I'm asking everyone to try and contact Governor Northam. I just don't know how. I'm really hoping my clemency petition gets accepted. I asked for a sentence reduction, basically. I turned it in September 2017. They responded and said it could take a year or longer to review and decide. So it's been over a year. I'm just praying it's good news coming soon. If it's denied, I can file again 2 years after the date on the denial papers. So everyone pray for me to get some kind of relief. Well, Rudy, thank you again for everything you have done and are doing. Have a good day, and I'm going to talk to you later. Respectfully, your friend, Chris Moltz. God bless. Okay, I got another email from him, too. Let me figure out how to bring it up. All right. So this other email came in from Christopher, and I've got it too big, don't I? Hold on. There we go. He wrote this today. Hello, Mr. Davis. I got the book today. Thank you. I will write to discuss it when I'm finished reading it. I can't remember which book I sent him. It could have been Pilgrim's Progress, or it could have been the Kennel. Hey, some mail has been coming to me from people I don't know. I'm sure they are from what you put online for me, but the prison sent the mail back to them because I can only receive 3 pieces of paper in one envelope. That's absolutely terrible. Please let everyone know, Mr. Davis. Thank you again for everything. He can call me Rudy, by the way. As soon as I get some money on my phone, I will call you again. God bless, and I hope you and your family are well. Until next time, your friend, Chris Moltz. So he can only receive 3 pieces of paper in an envelope. I mean, these prison policies are so hard to keep up with. Listen, Chris Moltz did not go with anybody to rob anybody. Chris Moltz did not kill anybody. Chris Moltz does not claim to be innocent. What Chris Moltz claims is that he got a way too harsh of a sentence, that life without parole is an unjust sentence. And I believe Chris Moltz has been in prison he's been in prison more time alive than, he's only been alive like 40 years, 41 years, and he's been in prison in more time of his life than not, right? He got thrown in prison around 19 years old. He's been in prison 21 years. So I believe that he's certainly paid for everything that he's done wrong and more. And I believe that he should be let out of prison. And I pray that you'll join me in prayer. I pray that you'll write Christopher an encouraging letter and let him know that you love him and care about him. And for God's sakes, don't put more than 3 pieces of paper in the envelope, or the prison Nazi mailroom will return it. God bless and have a great day.